allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. He's making copies of the agenda.
Okay. Go ahead with the approval of the agenda. Need a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Gary? Okay. Need a motion to approve the minutes for October 13th session 2025. You guys had an opportunity to read the minutes. I read them, so
I'll make that motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
I need a second.
I blended it.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, Sandy, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We had, first on my list is approval of the invoice. I'll go with off of Cindy's list here. Indianapolis, boat sport travel sold $1,000. We'll just take them all once.
I think we need to amend it.
Okay.
I need a motion on that.
That was approved last month.
Okay, that was pre-approved,
Yes.
okay. Travel Indiana, the next one was pre-approved. And then we have, Eric Treader. Was that pre-approved?
Yes.
They're all pre-approved. Eric Treader, City of Tell City,
There you go.
$833.33. PSC Fiber 10135. Tourist Information Services, $855. Marsh Terry, $1,500.
I want them separate.
Huh?
Leave that one off. We'll have it the first ones. I want that Marsh Terry separate.
Leave the first one off of Marsh Terry's.
All of them.
All of them, okay. So, we're all pre-approved, so that's,
Okay, so you want to discuss those?
Yeah, the Marsh Terry is, there was it's a 485 for last month's services. I don't think that's included.
Yeah, there should be two, one for the commission and one for the CDB. You may not have last month's yet. I don't know if they've sent all those out.
I think I've got it late.
Okay.
This is all for, the shutting down of the CD.
Correct.
So these are separate. This needs to go through the CDB,
Which one is it?
through the nonprofit, the Marsh Terry's. But there was a 485 for, yeah. So, I would like an approval for the 481.
I have a suggestion. There's 7-member board here that results in a forum for the nonprofit. Can we call a quick meeting after this meeting so we can approve that and approve the other issue that we talked about? It'll take 2 minutes after this meeting.
Without notice, I don't.
Well, I don't know if you have to give notice for it.
We don't need notice for that.
I don't think. I mean, we can, I guess, later.
Okay.
Okay.
But if I could
Well,
go
that way we
ahead
get
and,
both of those approved and get it cleaned up.
right, but we do have a bill, which I don't have, for his services for last month. 485 is one month. If we can approve that, then I'll get it
For the commission.
for the commission.
We can approve that.
Yes, I just don't have the
It's
bill.
not under the budget, that's in the budget anyway.
Yes, that's the contract that you guys approved.
So I can
We
go
don't.
ahead.
We don't need it.
okay. That's the invoices then.
So we're okay with doing a real quick meeting after this meeting? Everybody?
That's okay by me.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion, I could approve all the financial.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I'll just abstain on the city payment part. Other than that, yes.
One abstain.
We have, the next on my list, we have the innkeeper's report. In October, we brought in $14,632.43. And then the next one is account balances. I did not get the Edward Jones in there, but it's probably pretty close. I just, put in what was last month, September. So our total, and I sent all of you this, these reports, so the final balance of all of our, monies and their funds and so forth is, $464,815.34. And, I sent you all the ramp statement. Let's see, where's that? Trust Indiana, Trust Indiana, okay, that's on the back. We're getting some, just to make a note, we're getting some pretty good interest on there at the end. And how long that's gonna be. That's where all of our savings is now, basically. And, bear with me here. Go back to rent. Let's see. Oh, that's where it is at. Yeah, you got it. I don't. I've been mispopulated. Okay, the rent transactions, the total is $1,718.97. I think we probably need approval for that at the, can we go through each one of them? Professional services, I'll go through. Professional services, $849.34. Electronics, $1,175.93. Clubs and membership, $512.50. There was two of them on there.
That's for the show.
Yeah, that was for the little boat show.
Okay.
For some reason, they did it like a down payment.
Okay. So, and these were in September, I'm sorry. But anyway, the subtotal September is $3,167.97. So in October, I've got transactions, internet and phone, 4348, general merchandise, $1,537.46. And that is acquisition of memory card, drone, promotional, so forth. And the next transaction, general merchandise, is $138.03, which is acquisition of promotional activities. The total of October is $1,718.97.
And that 138 was this gimbal here, just to explain that, because no one probably knows what that is, but it's just this device for videography with the phone. So that's it.
And then the other one was the phone, right? Or was that?
That was the drone with memory card, yeah, for the kid.
Need a motion approved?
Motion.
Second, anybody? All in favor? Anyone opposed?
My last thing is on there, I have resigned from the board at the end of this meeting. And I'm moving out of my district. So then I sent everybody.
Stan, thank you for your service.
That's right. Thank you, Stan. I
Thanks.
appreciate
You've
you.
done a lot of work, Stan. We all
Really do.
appreciate it.
It's been fun at times.
It's been interesting also.
It has been interesting, yes. Okay.
Well, we appreciate your service, Dan, and is this your last meeting then?
This is my.
Do we need to discuss a treasurer then? Is this gonna be his last meeting for signatures? Wes shaking his head yes, so I guess, okay.
All I need to show you a ramp card as well, for whoever the treasurer is, so whoever the board
Yeah.
appoints as the ramp holder, the same has those.
Yeah, all those things that I'm on.
Stan, do you have your card?
Anyone volunteer?
Do you have your card? Do you have your card with you? Your ramp card?
I know.
It should be in the packet I gave you.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I did not get it out of you.
You're gonna do it for 1 month, Barry, or anybody want to volunteer?
Is the pay still the same?
Hey, say.
It's zero.
I joke about that, but I better clarify that. You got your bonus, oh, good. It's the same as your pay, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Barry, you're on the bank statements right now. Anyway.
Just for the
Maybe
nonprofit.
somebody else.
I went to the nonprofit.
I'm gonna thank me, Stan, and Steve, and Cindy. Cindy is on.
I did not. I don't
And
have
the
time.
secretary and the treasurer do it, because I'll do it just to get it through the next 2 months.
I mean, with Wes doing most of it, it's not as encumbrous as it could, as it used to be, I guess.
But we've got all the financials, as Stan just went through, it would just be the end of the tax report.
Obviously, it's in a year, I mean, for,
That's only one more meeting.
One more meeting.
yeah. I mean, I don't care to do it, if no one wants to do it, I'll do it, or Barry can do it, or Cindy can do it, it don't matter.
So Sarah, you're on the bank statements, right?
I don't know if I am or not.
I don't know if I am either.
I don't know why I would be.
Cindy?
You're on the nonprofit, I don't think you're on the.
Yeah, you'd be on the nonprofit. You'd be on the nonprofit.
Yeah, it'll be executive offices.
You could, you could.
I think it's
wait and
Steve,
see,
Stan.
what the commissioner put on.
On the
Bank accounts.
I guess, I
Or
don't
they
I
were.
think it's those four that are on the accounts.
And
We'll decide.
Those four are already on
I
the.
think it's Stan, Steve, Cindy, and Eric that are on the account.
Yeah.
Could Eric also function as the treasurer?
No.
Steve can't function as a treasurer either, because he's the president. And Cindy is secretary.
Christian, I know better than I do. Can secretary and treasurer be one and the same? I don't know.
I
That's
think
specific.
they can on like in the nonprofit world, but in the governmental side, I know the nonprofits that I've heard is secretary and treasurer.
Yes, the government side is.
I've not said, it's not that it's not possible, I've not seen.
Well, let's see. Cindy's gonna go to the bylaws here, so let's just table it now and then we'll, by that time, by the end of the
City's
meeting,
commissioner may put some.
we may, and we'll vote on this.
And they draw the short straw.
Amen, brother.
All right, let's move on, Brian. We'll come back to that before the meeting.
That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Sam, appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go to the marketing committee meeting updates. Barry, you wanna-
Yeah, we had a marketing committee meeting on October 29th, a couple weeks back. Cindy, well, everybody on the marketing committee was there, so is, Michelle, she was there as well, and Eric. And basically, the meeting was to review all the priority, projects that Eric has been working on to kind of review his first 5 months on the job, accomplishments, challenges, and the like. We did go through the brochure in pretty much detail at that meeting. At that point in time, the brochure was about 99% complete. There's a few edits to be made. I think Eric's going to give an update on that here in a little while. We are moving ahead with at least the initial steps of our website, and I think Eric's also going to address that and discuss the priorities for the end of the year, as well as going into the first quarter of 26. We also confirmed that we are signed up for the boat show in Louisville and in Indy. Both of those have been reserved. The banners are finished. Several pieces of equipment have been purchased, iPhone, drone, and the like. So basically, all those things were discussed in detail at the meeting in preparation for Eric's director's report today.
Louisville Boat Show, what was the date on that again? Eric or Barry, do you remember? Might be, I was asked if I'm available, I might be willing to help for half a day or whatever.
Let me double check on that. I don't have that off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But it might be in the minutes. I might be dreaming that.
So that's all.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
Dates in February, so it might be most minutes. I don't know.
Eric, you want to go ahead and do your director's report?
Sure. So, we got the drone purchased, and as of yesterday, I went in there sweating to take this test, this FAA exam, and I passed, so I'm officially a drone pilot. I don't know, actually, I think I still need to log something in or do this or that, yeah, so. But I was like, I did not want to walk into this meeting and say, I studied for that sucker. I could tell you all about airspace and METARs and a bunch of other stuff you don't need to know, so that's exciting. The packets I gave you, the brochure, this is the 6th draft. It's nearly complete, but I feel confident enough to hand it off to everybody. We've had a lot of input, and I think we got the updates we want. The 1/10% that we need to do is the logo. We're gonna have a meeting today, a Zoom at 1, and behind the brochure is the different logos. We've narrowed it down to 2 and the different orientations and whatnot. And hopefully we'll finalize it and we can pick one of those and then put that on our brochure and call it good. That's all we're waiting on, really. So
when they pick that today, then you'll go ahead and change it and put it on this brochure.
yeah, and the graphic designer's aware of it, that the meeting is today, and hope there's not a guarantee that we're definitely gonna select one. I think there is, we've had a couple meetings where I thought, okay, we got it, and then we've kind of taken a step back and said, can we get this in a different color, or can you modify this or that? But I think I kind of let everyone on that committee know that it's crunch time for us and we need it. So hopefully, I think that's what will happen. I just,
So one of these 2 options will be the logo.
Correct.
All right. Well, on this brochure, what we wanted to do today too is for everybody to look through that quickly and approve what we have here so we can move forward with the brochure, and then also maybe select or talk about the printers as well.
I have one noticeable thing on the brochure. We've looked at it this whole time and we put a new logo on it, which is fine. Nowhere on here does it show visitor's guide or kind of tell what it is. I mean, you see adventure, charm, okay, and I know the logo, I see that one on the left, it could say, you could put your county department logo in there, not, but I don't know, should we say visitor's guide at the top somewhere maybe, or I don't want to totally change it. I'm not changing the design, but when you look at it, if that's in a brochure rack, it's beautiful looking. It's just missing tourism, visit, or something. I'm afraid that bolded makes you want to grab it. Okay, I just noticed that. I mean, we looked at it, but I think That's the only thing I've noticed that, I don't know how you incorporate it yet.
I think for now you go with what you got.
Well, they got,
I mean, they put a lot of, effort.
All they gotta do is
into
put
this, so.
the word visit on it. I mean.
Well, and I will look into other brochures and I'll do diligence for that request and just see if there is something we're missing.
Okay.
Cause I think the idea, you know what you're kind of picking up, that it's visitors guides and stuff, and it has our county real big on there, and then come unwind with us, which I really adopted that. I forget who came up with that. But I'll look into it and make sure we're not missing.
Yeah, everything else is fine. Yeah.
Because I think you guys proofread everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Our
said
meetings,
corrections
whole nine
and-
yards.
The only one that if you turn to the third page, which is page 5 on the actual brochure. When you read that first, a true local treasure, it's got the first paragraph, the area encompassing the Hoosier was does that sound odd to you? Or is the Hoosiers, I mean, the Hoosier not the forest, but is the Hoosier, is that, I think it might be grammatically, but is it kind of a, you think it?
I think that was like,
National forest in there?
Well, yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Or,
well, so, couple points here. One, it says Hoosier National Forest. When you open that page up, I think the Hoosier is just kind of like a warm secondary name. And the other thing was that was written and proofread by, a public relations person for the Hoosier National Forest. So I think it's kind of got a warm note to it, the Hoosier,
I just want to point it out, I noticed that, and past that, everything else I think is great in here.
All right, can we have a motion to approve the brochure? Once we have the logo approved, then move forward with the brochure as is with the new logo.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Good job.
Good job.
And the other thing I have to do, which I asked another director and she wasn't quite sure, is send it to get approved so it can be at rest stops. Like they have to go over it. I think I've touched on this before, and make sure it's appropriate and everything, that, they're green lighted and whatnot. So I think it's a pretty,
And are
lax
you on the
process.
turnaround time once the state approves that?
No, that's what I was saying. I don't know the exact turnaround time. And I've contacted them and let them know that we're about done with it, but I have not asked them that
Gotcha.
yet. I can do that.
Okay, do we wanna review the bids then that we have on that?
Yeah, sorry, I kinda got this out of order. So if you go, probably to the very back, I have different bids and, the last sheets there. I should have done that right there. I just-
Is this?
You wanna go through that, Eric?
Yeah, so I have them in order from lowest, and I had 5 bids, but then I just gave you guys the lowest 3. And the one of them is the Indiana Correctional Industries. And I have bids for $10,000 and $15,000. We've since talked to the person that distributes the brochures on different routes and stuff. We'll be getting that in a little bit, but we're probably more in the neighborhood of 20 to 25,000. And I had the Pollock Printing. They do have a bid for 20 and 25,000, and I have the Firehouse bid here for 20 and 25,000. And then also, I had emailed the Correctional Industries last week and asked them, and I hadn't heard back from them. I called and I couldn't get an answer. I left a message, and then this morning I called and got a hold of them and resent the bid for 20 or requested the bid for 20 or 25,000. And, should have that, within, by tomorrow. But,
So why did we go up to 25,000?
You
I thought we decided that we were not gonna order that number initially, that we were going to go either 10 or 15,000. If we needed more, we'd go back to print.
correct. So we've since sat down with Steve Calhoun, who distributes the brochures to different rest areas and tourist places and this and that, our route that we have. And he said that like 10,000, 15,000 wouldn't even get us halfway through the year the way with the current route that we have distributed. And he recommended just for a year that, like, we thought the 10 to 15 would get us through the year, and it's actually 20 to 25,000.
Plus your trade shows,
Plus your trade
Yeah.
shows, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
right.
And he said, yes, at the trade shows, you'll need 1,200 to, 1,000 to 1,200. And that's 2 trade shows. And then we have some other options with them, having brochures at other booths at trade shows and having a video at both those trade shows. So that was brought to light. And Cindy had mentioned that a while back. So it's just part of the learning process that we all thought 10 to 15,000 was going to be plenty.
I don't remember. Do we remember how many we ordered the current brochure that we have that,
I think it was like 40, wasn't it?
was it 40?
I
How
mean,
many do we have left? Because we had a ton left.
we don't have, I don't think we have any left. I think Steve has. Betty, do you remember?
It was around 40 or 50,000.
Okay.
And they're still getting distributed by.
And that's lasted us 5, 6, 7 years. How long, when did we order those last?
They're so active.
21.
Really?
Wow.
21.
I thought it was 21.
Since COVID?
You can look
I
at
don't
it.
think we ordered
I
it since
thought it was
COVID.
18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think what we ought to do is, if we need to go up a little higher, maybe go to 20,000. The intent of reprinting it sooner is, this is a brand new brochure, so I'm sure there's gonna be changes made with cabin owners and other properties that are in there. Other things may pop up as well, maybe additional wineries or whatever. So the intent was to get through the first year and then reprint it, change it, reprint it. So that's really the intent of the whole thing. So I don't think we should go any higher than 20, and then go from there. So, my opinion, but that's why we come up with the 10 and 15,000 to begin with.
Steve, excuse me, just a second here. I think it was on around the first or second week of October, I sent numbers in an email, suggesting 25,000, and it doesn't make me any difference. Whatever you guys want to do is fine. And also a quantity for each of the shows, and no one responded. So if you go through your emails, there's a bunch of stuff and informational things in there that you could use in the future. So I suggested to Eric early on, and I call it the Bible because I don't know what else to call it. A binder that has all that information in there, BPA audit numbers, all that kind of stuff. So if he'll put that in a binder, it'll be easy for the next person to come in, or board members to look and say, what we got going on here. But that information was sent to everybody in a group email.
Okay. Well, let's keep with maybe the 20,000. I don't disagree with what you're saying, Cindy, there at all. I just want to have flexibility so we can change and we don't go 6 or 7 years and have errors or additions that need to be done. So we're still waiting on some additional. Why don't you go through these bids, say on the 15,000 quantity? Let's just look at it real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go through it and then vote. If we have to wait for another bid to come in or another quote to come in, then we may have to revisit that.
I think the scale will be accurate, like I said, and we do have Firehouse's bid. So the only one we're missing for 20 and 25,000 is in fact the correctional industry's bid. So yeah, actually closer to actually closer to 2,000. If you did the 15, between the 15 of,
I think the main thing is to stick within the budget. Is this is for this year yet, budget, so.
correct.
Brochures.
If you're gonna go above your budget, then you have to get another approval to go additional or whatever.
You have your computer?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
What are you looking for?
How much we had in the budget for the brochures?
This year,
It's this year's?
Yeah, it's 20,
So it is.
25.
25,000, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
okay, so
we got one.
Yeah.
Probably.
And- So,
You wanna know how much we had budgeted? We had $30,000 budgeted, did we not? Or-
Yes,
Is that right?
yes,
In 25's budget.
unless somebody changed it.
I think that's one, I don't know about.
Yeah, it wasn't detailed what, I thought it was a total of 50,000,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
correct.
it was a,
Yes.
just catch-all.
For 25, for the 25 budget.
I know,
I
you know,
broke
we
it out
pulled
by
it,
brochure by cost.
we pulled it out of the,
For 26 budget.
But even with that, and all the graphics.
we pulled it out of the 26 budget because we were gonna pay for it in 25. So- I don't think, I don't think the actual number is a real issue because, you know, excuse me, we're gonna clean everything up, pay for it in 25, and stick with the 2026 budget. So I think where we're at, in my view anyway, where we're at on the printers is we just have to select a printer.
Yeah.
And move forward. And I think we have enough information here to do that.
do we wanna just base it?
I don't know why we would have to wait for another,
yeah.
Why don't we just do it based on 15,000 and then go from there?
and then that's not to say that we can order 20 or we can order 25, but we can base our selection on the highest number that everybody submitted, which is 15,000.
I'm staying out of it.
Well, you need to.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it, just so you know. I'm not voting, I'm just
It's got 15.
sitting here.
So are we gonna select between these three printers? Is that the three that you submitted, Aaron?
Well, let's go through them then real quick.
Yeah.
Firehouse, for 15,000 is $5,897.50. For 15,000 brochure.
I got 613340.
Is that a new quote? Is that a different quote?
Is this a new one?
For 15,000, 613340.
That's not the quote, is it?
No, that one, yes, that's one,
Well, 15,000, 5,800.
yeah.
If you're looking at Firehouse Printing, I'm looking at a date of October 8th.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, these quotes are, we got these quotes for a while back.
Well, Firehouse quote right here is November 10th, 2025. So this is on
And how much is it?
It's $5,897.
That's not what's in your folder.
This is a brand new quote.
This is
because
brand-
we
Well,
sold
it's
it.
brand new folder.
So, guys, what happened, we just talked to, Steve Calhoun, the brochure distributor, and that's when he informed us that we might need more brochures. So I contacted the top three, Pollock Printing, Firehouse, and then also, like I said, I just got a hold of them this morning, the correctional facility, and, which I don't know if they were out because of the, shutdown, maybe the printing press shut down, because I had emailed them last week, and they've been very responsive to requote 20 and 25,000. But like bottom line on a scale, the correctional industries is quite a bit cheaper. They have quite a bit lower price point.
I would like to put my 2 cents worth in. I feel if we can stay local, that would be better.
Thank you, Stan.
Because it stimulates the economy here in Hill City.
Sure.
Perry County.
We've only got one.
That's just what I'm saying, you know. I believe in local.
Well, let me just read the original quotes. We'll put this on the side. That what you had here is the correctional facilities for 15,000 was $3,949.32. The original quote from Firehouse, based on 15 was $6,133.40. And then the Pollock printing, quotation for 15,000, came in at $6,656.32. So that's the three quotes that we had originally received.
How confident are you in the, assistance level for the prison?
Fairly confident, like, again, puts me in a pickle here, you know, honestly, because I get the local thing, and I'm all about local. My mother owns a small town newspaper. At the same time, I want to do diligence for my position and get as cost the most for our money. So you guys tell us, is the board decision, but the prison does, and I'm jockeying for the prison, but they do print Outdoor Indiana, which is just, I've read this magazine since I was a kid, probably got inspired by nature photography from it. And they also print the Park County's, guide, which they have the biggest festival in Indiana. So I think they're competent. And I've talked to a few printers and they said, yeah, basically with today's technology and stuff that you're gonna get a good product either way. But sure, I would prefer to go local, but at the same time, I have to do diligence and be a good steward of this money. So, there you have it.
You've done your job and
Yeah,
you've
it's up
got
to
the
the board
information
now.
to us.
Yeah. it's up to
So
the board
that's
now.
just, yeah.
Should we, I don't know, we could do a blind vote. Everybody could vote on who they want. We could do a public vote, I guess, is.
Yeah,
we're
it
live
should
stream.
be.
It has to be
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd have to be a-
yeah, we don't.
Parents.
Well, do we want to go through each one and vote on it that way, or do we want to have a
Was Firehouse the company that printed it the last time?
Yes.
And were there any issues with quality or everything was fine with it last time? Everybody's fine?
Excellent quality.
Yeah.
Perfect paper,
Yeah.
perfect paper texture and all.
Is
color
this
was
printed locally?
Well, I'd like, and I'll make a motion.
what's in the,
This is printed locally.
I don't want to comment related to this, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The other thing is there's
Oh, so
sometimes
what do you
delivery
do?
fees, and there won't be a delivery fee with Firehouse. We could just go down the street and pick them up.
So I'd like to make a motion that we stay local and go with Firehouse Printing. He just made a good point. We don't have delivery, we don't have any of that. I make a motion that we go with Firehouse Printing and stay local.
I'll second that.
motion's made to go with Firehouse, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Because it's not the lowest.
And I'm like abstaining as far as away from any discussion as I can, just for the record.
Well, Firehouse is in the middle, it's not the lowest, not the highest, it's in the middle. It's the second.
I'm just gonna give myself the problem.
We want to hand count.
Yeah, let's hand count. Who wants Firehouse? Put your hands up.
Did you, you're not voting Firehouse?
I'm going to abstain because I think there's a conflict. I don't want any conflict. So you guys make this.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go. Firehouse has been
4.
selected.
And you did get that abstain, right, Cindy?
Yes,
Okay.
I've got
Thank
two abstains.
I'm just going like, anybody that's abstaining.
All right, Eric. That's
Okay.
All right, well, that's a piece of work that's done now.
Yeah.
So that's why I left that one for the end, but we're not to the end yet. We're just skipping around a little bit. So So the next up is, we met with Steve Calhoun and we went over that as far as the brochure numbers. And this has happened in between meetings. This is an ad that's included in there that's going to be, I think I put the size of the ad on here, but it's in this Indiana travel map. And, we didn't have time to approve it, but hopefully that's another thing too. I talked with Steve and the deadline was actually way back in October.
Is this the ad, Eric?
Yes,
That's beautiful.
yeah. So
I mean,
hopefully-
seriously, that's
I got
very
the-
eye-catching.
I got
I
Magnet
mean,
on there too, because I
wow.
always think, where are these places? Well, you can Google that and know right where Magnet is. And, yeah, that's a pretty good strategy. I got Cumberland Wine with us up top, and it'll go in this map that's a circulation of 600,000. Indiana doesn't really, I'm gonna say this wrong, print an official map. But this is the official map for Indiana. And, yeah, that's the ad we went with. Like I said, if we get that logo finalized, and I get it to them by Friday, we'll have our new logo on there as well. So, we got our new website, which there might be a little overlay with that between these maps go to press pretty soon and get distributed. But hopefully, you know, there won't be too much as far as that website.
So,
Not up and running just yet.
Eric, is this one of the pictures you took
Yes.
with your new cameras and stuff?
Mhm.
Good.
And the QR code's on there with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I told him to send it for 2025. Yeah. And then, so,
Eric and I met with Steve Kelton and he went over all of this here and there's, just to reiterate what Eric just said.
Last name.
They distribute 600,000.
It's for Eric too. You can, gee, I'm not kidding.
This is not the proper time for that. This is good after the meeting.
Can we have a little order here?
No time like the present.
So they do 600,000 and it's $2,900, okay, so we would do this again in the 2025 budget. So, you know, we had that lump sum in there, and I highly recommend that we move forward with this here, so, do we need a motion on this?
I'll make a motion to move forward with,
Need a second?
come in line with us.
I'll second that.
Linda seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Good job, Eric.
and then also in the map, there's a description of Perry County. And I rewrote that and, I don't know if I should have put that on there. Just kind of a little description of our county.
Hey, Eric,
Yes.
there's your topic for your topic brochure. Come and wine with us.
Well, I got that on the new brochure. That's, I think I'm
Oh,
officially,
well, you don't notice, okay, down there.
yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
down there. You want it to go up higher maybe?
Well, just maybe, I'll just kind of have that font there or
Yeah.
something that.
Because when we do the new logo, we'll have to tweak it a little bit as
Yeah.
far as the orientation and stuff. Yeah, size, yeah.
You might have it there.
I know, I think
Yeah.
maybe Pam Jaminski, Commissioner Jaminski came up with it. I'm not sure. It was when we were talking about,
I think it looks great.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Let's go.
Um,
Keep going.
So, yeah, and then the other thing is the distribution of the distribution of the brochures. I've included a map that Steve Calhoun gave me and Steve, and it is, it's not just rest stops, they're included, some of them are included, but it's just like tourist places, hotels, visitor centers, this, that, and the other. On this route, there's a sheet here, Indiana brochure distribution route, so it shows the number of locations along those routes, the cost per month.
It's in yellow.
In yellow, yeah, our route
Yeah.
is currently in yellow, and then the circles on that map are the rest stops. We all need to do a little bit more research on what our route one needs to be as far as the distribution of the brochure. We've talked about that Indy area, that red line around Indy actually is, 110, and that's just hotels and motels only,
110,000
or 110 stops.
in stops.
Yeah.
Are we still currently on 3 routes?
We're currently on Route 2, 4, and 6, which is I-64 Louisville to Illinois line, I-65 Indianapolis to Louisville, and Southwest Indiana, which is along like 37 and stuff, includes Brown County, Bloomington, Bedford, Spring Hill, Vincent, Paoli, French Lick, Jasper, and Huntingburg.
We
Which
pay, we pay $4,800 a year, and they do this every other month, once a month.
Some of them are every month, and then that's where it gets confusing. Some of them in the off-season are every bi-monthly.
What would it take us to get in the Cincinnati market? Because I mean, I feel like it's a good market for people to, you know, it's at what, 3.5 hour drive, depending on traffic and what market you're in, but
Well,
is that, I mean, I'm gonna talk to one of the cabin experts here, Mayor, out there, Steve, what do you see?
we met with Steve on this here, and when I saw this, I sort of questioned it a little bit in that in our cabin, we get a lot of people in Indianapolis, Zionsville, those areas, northern Indiana, Terre Haute, a lot of you from Illinois, and Cincinnati area as well. We do get some from Posey County and Evansville over there, a few over there, and then we get quite a few down in the Western Kentucky area. So this is so close to us. I think we need, if we're going to distribute these brochures, in my opinion, what I would suggest, you know, let's look at Indianapolis, maybe, you know, and change these routes around, maybe Evansville, maybe Louisville, maybe Cincinnati, and maybe just do I know you'd want to do the rest stops too if we could do them, but you know, we can do just the cities if we want to do that and look at our costs from that perspective. But I think I would like to see us expand out of this thing or change this around a little bit. I don't know if we need what's our time frame to determine that?
Let me get back to you on that, because I talked to Steve, because for one thing, we don't even have our new brochures ready to distribute,
Right.
so that would be dependent on that. I do like the Southwest Indiana, and the other thing we had talked about is like, one of the strategies you could do is, you know, do Metro Indy and distribute those for a year, and then maybe try. I mean, I don't want to say try, but you know, it's I-65 to Indy, or to Chicago, rather, I-69 to Detroit. You know, switch on and off different years, kind of get the brochure out there. You know, let people know where we're at, who we are, that sort of thing.
It would seem to me that people, especially when I look at the yellow highlighted areas, it would seem to me that you're picking up Evansville now. Louisville is a much bigger population center, and we're not touching Louisville right now. So
Okay. According to Steve Calhoun, we can't go into Kentucky into their
Rest stops.
They
I understand that, but we got, when I say Louisville, I mean, whenever you hit New Albany, that area, you're hitting Louisville.
we could do the cities, yeah.
What I'm saying is, people in Southwest Indiana pretty much know where Perry County is.
Yeah.
People in Indianapolis North probably don't.
Right.
Right. So it would seem to me that it would be bigger bang for our buck to go where people aren't as familiar with it.
Right. I agree.
So I think we should look at central northern Indiana, where we should, in my view, is where we should really look to focus. And if we have to spend more money to do that, I think it might be money well spent.
I agree with that. I think we most probably need a marketing session.
Yeah.
it's getting more.
Get the
I'm
cost
sorry,
together.
Steve, what did
Yeah.
you say? I didn't hear you, Steve, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I agree with Barry. I think we need a separate session on this down the road sometime. I don't know what our time frame is for making changes. to-
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. We
And
just
then,
need to be sure we have the number of brochures they're gonna need, because those quantities will differ wildly, I am sure.
right. But anyway, we could set up a separate session and maybe look at those metros and look at the cost and all of that at the same time and then go from there. But I think we need to expand this or change it. That's my opinion. So I like to table it for right now on this here and come back with another session on this in the near future, once we find out what our time frame is and when we have our brochures as well.
Yeah.
We have to coordinate with the new brochures, whatever we do.
Yeah.
You need a motion on that table?
I don't think so. So we'll table this. Gary, Eric, you come back with thoughts on those major markets and the time frames.
I will say, just pertaining to this topic, that deer season that launches this weekend, Wes is probably gonna go out and tag a big one this weekend. But I will tell you, in Derby right now, we're getting visitors from, surrounding states. I mean, not just Indiana, Kentucky. I mean, we're getting people from Louisiana, we're getting people from Pennsylvania, we're getting, and we're already seeing it. It's going to be very, I don't mean to say hectic, but it's going to be busy because of deer hunting now for the next several weeks.
Barry, are you pulling anything from the St. Louis area?
Sure, yeah. You are.
I know it's not on
Yeah.
there, but it's.
Yeah, when you stop and think about where we are, you got Cincinnati 2.5, 3 hours to the east. You got St. Louis 2.5, 3 hours to the
We're
west.
always centrally located.
Yeah, we're centrally located between the four major
Great.
areas of Indy, St. Louis, Cincinnati, and Nashville. So
Yeah, 3 hours all the way around.
we should really try to be covered in those areas.
Well, if we can't do it in brochures, we can definitely make up for that now in digital marketing.
Digital marketing,
Like,
no question.
we can do that like now, or we're waiting on other stuff and really hit some social media ads or something like
That's the
that.
great thing about digital marketing is it's instantaneous and you can make changes.
Well, you can track some of it, most cases, you can track, how many people's seen it, impressions, whatever they call it. More than I would.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's table, I agree with that, all of that actually, and let's table this for right now, and then, like I said, digital marketing for sure, I mean, that's the first
We
thing.
should get on that now.
Yeah, we should be doing that right now.
Because we can almost put, while you're in town, to stay at these places, to eat at these restaurants and what have you. Real quick, I didn't remember I asked about the boat show when it was. It's the last page in there. It's got the dates on the Louisville Boat Show. It's January 28th through February 1st, it says on here, so. Didn't notice that earlier.
Do you have anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Do you have any update on the website itself?
So I talked to Mary yesterday and she's been downloading information and I pulled up a website in the town of Colorado that I really like, the colors and the design and everything. It's kind of a vintage look to it. And pointed her in that direction for inspiration. So she's on it, I can't get an ETA or anything like that, but,
I was just curious. I thought we was gonna kind of keep it a little consistent with our brochure too, just to show some continuity and
yeah.
recognition. Okay.
But, and not to speak for Eric, but I think in our discussion at the marketing committee meeting, a lot of the focus has been on the brochure. And once the brochure, and we've made a lot of progress there, obviously, to the point where we've selected a printer now. So a lot of the work on that is kind of behind us now. Now we can start focusing on website and digital marketing. Isn't that the goal, Eric?
Correct, yeah. And I talked to one of the local digital marketing firms and we talked about the video shorts, like we were in West Virginia a couple weekends ago and you see them popping up on the Facebook shorts and everything. And they said, well, send us some video. And I've been collecting video with the drone and with the camera, the gimbal and everything. So hopefully, a lot of this is built, I went to Schubel and took pictures and then those pictures may be used for the December thing, but it's almost kind of saving them for next year, that sort of thing. So just building that library up. But yes, I've dabbled in video, so stay tuned for that.
I think, Barry, if we wanna call a separate meeting on these routes, maybe we need to do that or on the sidelines sometimes in the future, and then Eric.
Well, would that be would that be a marketing committee? Do you want the marketing committee to do that?
I think so.
And that's fine, yeah.
I think so. And then Eric, on our December meeting, then let's delve into the full report on the web development and our next step into digital marketing. Maybe we can speed that up a little bit because deer season's here. There's a lot of things happening. Turkey season coming up in April. I mean, we would be hitting that right now, everybody,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
go from there.
There's a lot of stuff that has happened over the last few months, just because I guess this is officially month 6, that has been, that's part of my job. But like that drone test, I studied 15, 20 hours for that, because I did not want to walk in here having failed that sucker. It's a comprehensive, it's
Well, there's a cost for that test too. What's the cost?
$175.
Yeah, so that's an expense.
Well,
That's a test you don't want to fail either.
Things
We
like
do
that.
pay that, right?
Just all kinds of stuff, stamp card issue.
Eric's
Just-
calling, I'm about it, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of stuff on there that I would have never, would have been on my test.
Yeah,
All right,
Anyhow, you passed it, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah, one final thing here, anything other in the marketing side before we get out of the marketing?
So did we pay that fee for Eric?
Yes,
Perfect. Just be sure he didn't pay personally.
no.
Okay.
In looking at the
bylaws.
the bylaws, the secretary and treasurer cannot be the same person, so. We need one person to step up here for 1 month.
Maybe the commissioner.
Linda, you want it?
Somebody you can have special meeting.
I am going to make a motion for Steve to take that on, Stan is required to turn it all over to Steve by the bylaws. I can read that if everybody wants to hear that. Anyway, when he steps down, he is required to turn that over to the board president. We have 1 month to go. Steve is able to sign, work with Wes, do the work with the bank, do everything that is required. I'm just going to make a motion for Steve to, whether he wants to, take that on for 1 month.
He has to
It's
accept it.
easy peasy.
Do we have anybody else that would volunteer?
Absolutely.
I'll do it for a month, me too.
Okay, that's Stan that have to go with you to get all the things signed.
You don't want to take it.
It's a lot of trouble for 1 month.
Yes, he is.
Stan, can we talk you into staying?
You guys are
Yes,
already
Stan,
on
can you
there.
say?
Can we talk you into staying for 1 more month?
Just rent Steve's cabin, just stay here.
Yeah, there you go. See?
You got a motion on the, I make a motion for Barry Stiles.
Well, there's already a motion on the floor.
Yeah, I'll second Cindy's motion.
All in favor of me doing the treasurer's report for 1 month?
I,
Carried.
I guess you need that.
Okay.
Paperwork.
All right.
Right in there.
How do you consider taking?
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up then. Any other issues or discussions that we want to have here with the board before we adjourn? And then we'll move on to the next meeting. So, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Stan, good. Stan, you slid in there good. Last one.
I got things to do.
Thank you again, Stan, for everything.
Thank
you.
We appreciate it. And, motion to adjourn? I mean, we got that, right? All in favor?
okay.
Aye.
So who was the second?
Stan.
Stan.
Stan, yeah.
I was.
Motion carried.
So we need, can we meet in the commission, is that the commissioner's room, what that's called? Whatever room that is. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So is everybody available for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, please.